Hello everybody, in this video I want to talk about RTX and advantage for players playing certain games. Now on Nvidia's website, I'm going to link to it in the description of this video below, there is this slider where you can actually see the difference between RTX On and RTX on and off on Fortnite. And this will come as an update for Fortnite in September. Now look at this image, and if you see what I see, you can definitely see advantage for some players. For example, on the left side, half of the screen is RTX off, whether on the right side is RTX on. And you can see that on the left side, you can actually see things reflected, whether on the right side, everything is reflected. Now let's imagine a situation where you are a player with RTX on, and you just move close to this building and you can actually see somebody moving on the roof of the building on the other side, which is reflected on the glass. Well, now definitely you're gonna have an advantage. What you're gonna do is just gonna take cover and maybe, prevent the other player from surprising you. But if you are a player without RTX on, you're gonna see something like you see on the left side, which means that if somebody comes behind you, you won't be able to see it. And this is what leads me to a thought that people who have RTX on might have an advantage in certain locations on the map. Now, this is just for Fortnite, right? But this can be true to other games. Now, if you have one of these shiny new RTX 3000 series graphic cards or other RTX enabled card, you'll be able to actually have RTX on and enjoy these features. Of course, it's not just reflection, global illumination, and you also have, ray tracing in general, so just light is reflected naturally. It's dynamic, and you can see reflections on any other surfaces which actually reflect light. Now, this includes, for example, water, right? So, let's example, if you look at the water and somebody comes flying above you, you'll be able to see the person flying above you. And when you play a game, everything that is reflected cannot catch your attention, right? So it can be like a reflection of the car. You can see something moving, because between us, what actually moves in Fortnite map? Yeah, players, right? So if you see like something moves, a reflection or even a shadow which is reflected, you immediately can see that, it's probably going to be a player. So it's not just the reflection that I showed you on the glass which can give advantage, but everything which is reflected. You can see things just kind of dynamically moving, shadows, reflections, and if something is moving, it's probably another player. Now, this is important when designing games, competitive games, because when designing competitive games, you don't want to design them where the hardware can give a big advantage for other players. Now, we know that even now, when you have high refresh rate screens, and you have specific hardware that, there are ways to actually give players advantage of other players. So it's not like everything is kind of, perfect. We don't live in a perfect world, and some players will have advantage, depends on the hardware that they use. However, this is another thing that can be very significant, because we're not talking about, kind of a difference in a few frame rates here. This is something that's visual, very, very clear for other people, to see. Now, I want to hear what you think about it. Of course, when you see a window, this is a way to show it, but it doesn't mean that, the entire map or future maps will have this, right? You don't see like many places that have this reflection that can reveal players to those who have RTX on compared to those who have RTX off, or don't have a compatible hardware to support ray tracing. Now, I don't know about you, but I have very sensitive peripheral vision. I mean, when I see something, on the sides kind of moving, something catch my attention. So if I play Fortnite and I can see something kind of, moving even slightly, or maybe on a reflection of a car, right? I'm definitely going to pay attention to this. I mean, it happens in real life, so I guess in games it will be the same. Question is, how Epic Games will design the map so it won't be like, too obvious, so players will take advantage of this and use it, to actually eliminate other players who actually won't have the same advantage. So as a Fortnite player, who play Fortnite, do you think this is something that gives advantage to players with RTX cards, graphic cards? Or, it doesn't really matter? I want to hear your opinion in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Waiting for your comments.